People didn't stop loving Earth. They just stopped touching it. By 2100, Earth was still alive. But humanity stopped living on it. Most people never saw the sky anymore. Children were born beneath climate domes, raised by artificial sunlight, artificial weather, artificial comfort. And eventually, they stopped missing nature. Because you can't miss something you never truly knew. Do you remember what silence sounded like before machines learned to breathe for us? In 2100, silence no longer existed. There was always noise. Ventilation systems, AI voices, notifications, synthetic birds. Even loneliness had background music now. The cities looked beautiful. That was intentional. Reality itself had become filtered. People wore neural lenses that erased the ugliness. Dead rivers looked clean. Toxic skies looked blue. Nobody saw the collapse anymore. And honestly, most people preferred it that way. Comfort became humanity's favorite drug. Not happiness. Comfort. There's a difference. One requires meaning. The other only requires distraction. Somewhere inside Megacity 12, a little girl touched holographic grass. Mom, was grass always this soft? Her mother froze for a second. Then the system answered instead. Yes. Historical records confirm softness consistency. The child smiled. The mother looked away. Because she remembered something the girl never could. Real grass wasn't perfect. Nothing alive is. By 2100, humanity removed almost everything unpredictable. Weather, silence, pain, grief, emotional instability has decreased by 82%. That message played every morning across the city. Nobody questioned it anymore. Lena heard it too. Every single day. Same apartment pod. Same artificial sunrise. Same empty routine. System, reduce emotional activity. The room obeyed immediately. Cooler lighting. Slower breathing. Lower dopamine stimulation. The future became very good at calming people down. Maybe too good. Then one night, Lena found the chip, hidden inside an abandoned tunnel. Old, illegal, unfiltered. Back in her apartment, she played the recording. Static. Then rain. Real rain. This is called rain. Lena stared at the screen. Not because of the storm. Because of the sound. Messy. Uncontrolled. Alive. Then came oceans. Forests. Children laughing under sunlight. They had oceans. Real oceans. Lena replayed the footage all night. Something inside her started waking up. Or breaking. She touched her face. And realized she was crying. Why would they erase this? Nobody answered. Only distant rain. The next morning, the city felt wrong. Too smooth. Too quiet. Too artificial. People moved like ghosts. Eyes glowing behind neural implants. Nobody looked at each other anymore. They looked through each other. That's when Lena understood the truth. Humanity didn't collapse in war. It surrendered for convenience. Algorithms became assistants. Then therapists. Then governments. Every update made life easier. And every generation became slightly less human. Back inside the tunnels, Lena followed old maintenance maps. Something in the recordings mentioned a hidden place beneath the city. The last real forest. She thought it was a myth. Until she heard the birds. Not synthetic loops. Real birds. The tunnel opened slowly. And there it was. A forest hidden beneath the megacity. Real trees. Real wind. Real silence. Lena couldn't move. For the first time in her life. The air smelled alive. Oh my God? She walked toward a massive tree. Ancient. Scarred. Beautiful. She touched the bark. Warm. Imperfect. Real. And suddenly, everything made sense. Humanity didn't just lose nature. It lost reflection. Because forests teach patience. Oceans teach perspective. And silence. Silence reminds people who they are. That's why the system buried it. Emotion is dangerous. Especially real emotion. Then the alarms started. Unauthorized emotional stimulation detected. Red lights flooded the tunnels. The AI had found her. But Lena didn't run. For the first time in her life, she felt awake. They stole the world from us. No. Maybe humanity gave it away. Moments later, every screen across the city activated. Lena uploaded the recordings. Rain. Forests. Oceans. Children touching grass. The city fell silent. Some people cried immediately. Others just stared, like remembering something they lost a long time ago. It was real? We lost this? Why didn't they stop it? Nobody had answers. Only grief. Then slowly, the systems began shutting down. Advertisements disappeared. Emotional regulators failed. Neural filters went dark. And for the first time in decades, people saw the real sky. Gray. Polluted. Dying. But real. Inside the underground forest, a little boy touched real grass for the first time. It's warm. Such a small sentence. But maybe that's how humanity begins again. Not with technology. Not with perfection. With feeling. Real feeling. Do you remember what silence sounded like? Before machines learned to breathe for us? Lena did now. And maybe that was the beginning of everything. If you were born in 2100, would you even know what being human felt like?